So there it is. They show, of course, the example of the products, and all of them have this little label that says therapeutic grade on all of them. They also say 100% pure. Will also apparently support the feeling of normal, clear breathing. And for someone like me, I have a lot of breathing issues, a lot of issues with my sinuses. I would probably die if I diffused and used as much essential oils as what these people tell you to do. Can I just throw that out there? Too bad did. If there was ever a time to provide that proof, this would have been it. Am I right? In other words, refund, baby. Go get your refunds. What's up? So, Young Living Essential Oils was hit with a proposed class action this week, claiming that consumers have been misled by the company's statements regarding the health-related benefits of its popular essential oils. According to the lawsuit, Young Living's claims that its oils are therapeutic, can help relieve anxiety, improve sleep, and provide clarity, among other health-related benefits, are not supported by any competent and reliable scientific evidence. In truth, the suit says the essential oils provide no health or medicinal benefit whatsoever. That's right. They provide no health or medicinal benefit whatsoever. So let's take a little look at the lawsuit. Someone tell these motherfuckers get it. Starting up for drama. I'm trying to fuck some commas. Before I get into the meat of the video here, I just wanted to do a little disclaimer in this video so that, the most people possible can see this. This is Curl World Happy Mind, Madison Harnish. Very, very lovely young lady. Even when I am a complete bitch to her, she is nothing but sweet with me. I already mentioned at one point she and I had a little thing. So here's the thing. She has 72,000 subscribers. Blair has a hell of a lot as well. I believe Blair has more than that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's got more. Or they're close. So we have people like Tommy and all these losers out here that are going to want to use this to try to go at Blair. It's already been discussed, and they want to use poor Madison here. Now, I'm just putting this out there. Madison's pregnant. She doesn't want anything to do with any more drama. She and Blair have worked out their differences. No, it had nothing to do with me. And I literally just covered it. And when I covered it, I tried to cover it in a way that would end the drama instead of perpetuate it or keep it going. I'm always about saying, stop this. So I just, going forward, don't talk about this anymore if you're a drama channel. You don't have the right to take this experience to paint Madison out as some victim of Blair's and then to go blasting it all over the place. I had to put that out there because it's just really been upsetting me. And to try to make it seem like I've been brought up in this, dumb as well. So just stop. Stop the drama. Everyone wants to move on from this. Leave Madison alone. She has better things to do than to deal with any of this. So let me be the one to tell you all, you gotta move on. Let them sort their shit out and then move on. I only did a video because I wanted to say they had sorted this shit out. And that can be, let go. If you have an issue with what Blair said about our community, that's different. That also doesn't really have anything to do with Madison. You don't have to bring up Cruel World Happy Mind when you're discussing that. You can literally just discuss Blair and what she said about the community without having to go over this drama. I just felt like this was a very important disclaimer to make, even for me. So let's just get right into, the actual video now. So here we have the class action complaint. All right. So Lori McNaughton, individually and on behalf of all others similarly situated, is the plaintiff, and they are suing Young Living Essential Oils LC, who's the defendant. And can we all just give a round of applause to Lori, please? Everybody, Good job, Lori. Good job. Yes. Yes. Do this. Yes. Oh, beautiful. This is exactly what I like to see happening. I know, I'm a bitch. Anyway, so Lori individually and on behalf of all others similarly situated person, now this is why I want to do a video on this today, is because if you were signed up for Young Living during this time, you can actually go and join Lori and get in on this class action complaint lawsuit on Young Living. And I'm sorry, that makes me happy. That is some justice here for the anti-MLM community. So, of course, of course, they are being sued for, well, ripping people off, lying about what their products do, the usual. And so the main complaint here is that Lori actually purchased essential oil products that were labeled as therapeutic. You know how they put therapeutic grade on all of the essential oils? Well, there's nothing therapeutic about the essential oils. And so since Young Living has been selling these oils as something that can sort of like treat, help, be therapeutic in some way to others, it's almost like they've just having that label on them and promoting them for a lot of the uses they promote them for is in itself making a false medical claim, right? And so finally, they are facing lawsuit for that. So they are being sued for fraud. So they are being sued for consumer fraud and unjust enrichment and seek damages, injunctive and declaratory relief, interest costs, and reasonable attorney's fees. Go, Lori. Factual allegations is Young Living's business model, of course, right? So Young Living is a company that purports to sell essential oils and other related products. The company reported annual sales of more than $1 billion from 2015 and 2017. Yes, you heard that right. They have ripped people off out there for over $1 billion in those 2 years. It was founded by It was founded by Gary D. Young, a controversial figure who died in early 2018. Rest in peace, Gary. Mr. Young's controversial moments include being prosecuted for practicing medicine without a license on multiple occasions, running a now shuttered Young Living research clinic in Springville, Utah, where he employed a physician convicted of manslaughter, and allegations he nearly killed a patient through vitamin C infusions, which caused renal failure. And can I just throw out there, let's not forget the fact that he actually did murder his child in a bathtub birth. So I'm not really going to go into the entire history of the products. Most people understand that Young Living Essential Oils is a multi-level marketing company that sells essential oils. They sell them at a price of approximately $36 US a bottle. And consumers can pay a premium for the products when compared to other similar products that sell for as little as $13 per bottle. So, of course, there is the usual inflation of the MLM because they have to pay the consultants, who then have to pay the uplines, who have to pay the uplines, who have to pay the uplines. And because of that, the products are expensive. Arguably, they're also expensive because of the fact that Young Living claims that their essential oils are the most purest form that you can get out there, and also the fact that they're therapeutic grade. So these are why they charge more. And so as you can see, it's all just a scam, right? So there it is. They show, of course, the example of the products, and all of them have this little label that says therapeutic grade on all of them. They also say 100% pure. I did an amazing interview with Frybaby. She's another oily mess on Instagram, so go give her a follow. She and I talked about how, like, what that means, how you make the oils, why this can't even be a thing, and just go watch that. I thought it was a really great video that we did where she got to kind of explain to us the process of the making the oils versus what these companies claim theirs are. Part of the therapeutic grade claims, since this does have a lot to do with the lawsuit, is that it will calm or relax consumers when applied or diffused, such as Dragon Time can help promote feelings of stability and calm during occasional times of moodiness. It will help relieve consumers' feelings of anxiety when applied or diffused, such as bergamot oil. May help relieve tension during times of occasional stress. It will help consumers sleep, such as RC oil may help support restful sleep and other sleep-related claims. It will also apparently support the feeling of normal, clear breathing. And for someone like me, I have a lot of breathing issues, a lot of issues with my sinuses. I would probably die if I diffused and used as much essential oils as what these people tell you to do. Can I just throw that out there? Too bad did. It will also bring users clarity, focus, or alertness when applied or diffused as directed, such as Brain Power is a blend of essential oils to promote a sense of clarity and focus when used aromatically. So that's obviously like breathing it in for those who maybe don't know out there. Can be used to treat symptoms associated with depression, such as Davana oil, boost your positive outlook on life, reduce feelings of occasional stress, and will help consumers increase or maintain their energy levels when applied or diffused as directed, because yes, they do. They put the oils on their skin, they diffuse them, they drink them, they eat them, I'm surprised that they haven't using them rectally yet, because seriously, they do everything with them. So like the peppermint says, it helps to maintain energy levels when applied topically. So, of course, there's a lot of these claims that are basically medical claims, and they're false. So another one of the claims that they're kind of in trouble for here is when describing therapeutic grade essential oils to someone else, it's important to relay that every essential oil Young Living distills or sources has the highest naturally occurring blend of constituents to maximize the desired effect. And it also says, the Young Living therapeutic grade promise is a bold statement, but you can share our products with confidence knowing that Young Living truly has the experience to produce essential oils that work. So, you know, a lot of big claims, a lot of them having to do with medical. And as we know, they also make a lot of big claims in terms of financial claims when you join the MLM business. They tell you that you're going to be making money with them, although this lawsuit is mainly about these claims that these oils are therapeutic grade and that they can help you. So Young Living has previously falsely marketed essential oils as conferring beneficial health effects. And Young Living continues to falsely and misleadingly market the products. I'll, of course, leave a link to this whole thing down in the description below. I highly, highly recommend going, reading it for yourself. Do not ever take anyone's word out here. Like I always say, just because we on YouTube doesn't mean that we have the holy grail of truth. So always go and look things up for yourself. Plaintiff relied upon the products' label to purchase and use the products. So, of course, as with most of these MLM lawsuits, this person was buying therapeutic grade essential oils because of the fact that they thought it would provide a physical, mental, or medicinal benefit if they were used. And they purchased the products believing those claims that they would confer a physical, mental, or a medicinal benefit as stated on the bottle. And that's kind of the important part, is that it's not just like she decided on her own that these essential oils could help her with this. No, they call themselves therapeutic grade and they promise these things all over their website. The Huns promise it, and then they also have it stated on the bottle. So they can't be like, oh, she just kind of came up with the fact that we could do that on her own. We never put that on anything. You put it on the bottle and the website all over the place. And the main thing that you have to kind of see here in this that's important in this whole lawsuit is that the plaintiff would not have ever purchased and used the products had she known that they did not provide the promised benefits, or at the very least, she would not have purchased the products at the inflated price Young Living charged. And that's why at the beginning of this, I kind of mentioned that they were charging an inflated price and why. Because this is a very big piece to do with why she's able to sue them. She can very much say they are promising extra for this amount of money. And on that's why I bought the products. That's why I didn't mind paying a little bit more. And I trusted them and what their website said and what the bottles themselves said, because they're making these false claims that have no science to back it up. I have done some deep dives on this company, so you can go and check those out as well. I'll leave links to them because it's just really, really important that people understand what this company is, how it started, what it's based on. We did go through a little bit of who Gary Young was, and doesn't he just sound like an awesome person that you should just trust, right? So please do go and check that out, just so you get a more of an understanding if you don't know much about Young Living essential oils, because then you'll understand why it is such a happy day to see this. So count 1 is a violation of the State Consumer Frauds Act, and that is on behalf of the consumer fraud multi-state class. Count 2 is a violation of the New York GBL, the S squiggly thing, 349, in the alternative to count 1 and on behalf of plaintiff and the New York subclass. That one basically declares unlawful deceptive acts or practices in the conduct of any business, trade, or commerce, or in the furnishing of any service in this state. Are seeking monetary damages and permanent injunctive relief against the defendant, enjoining it from inaccurately describing, marketing, and promoting the products, which is good news for our community. Let's hope that this one sticks. It drives us all insane when we see these companies inaccurately describing, marketing, and promoting their products. So I am hoping, that they actually listen to this, because don't we know that they all try to get away with not having to? Again, I'm going to leave a link down to this whole thing in the description down below. If we went through the whole thing, this video would be 50 hours long, and it's 40 pages. It's 30 pages. Sorry, it's 30 pages. So you can come and read the whole thing for yourself. I just want to kind of give it a summary for you, and then that way you understand what's going on right now. So violation of the New York GBL squiggly 350 is also count 3. And that is where they are basically getting in trouble for falsely advertising in the conduct of any business, trade, or commerce, or in the furnishing of any service in the state and hereby declared unlawful. So they also explain that the false advertising includes the labeling. And that's why it's important that we also mention that it said on the labels that these can help you with all this medical and therapeutic stuff. So it does very much depend on the fact that this company is promising to provide physical, mental, or medicinal benefits if their products are used. And of course, they have to prove in court that there are no benefits, which, with no science to back up these products, it's not that hard. So violation 4 is violation of the New York GBL 350A1 on behalf of plaintiff in the class and or New York subclass. And this is where they get in trouble for their marketing and advertising, misleading, and bringing unfair material omissions concerning the products. So a good example of that is Hunbots coming out, and the Hunbots go, "Oh, it's so great. When I take this product, I sleep so well." So that kind of marketing is what they are getting in trouble for, which we all know they tell the huns to do. And they actually, so it does very much depend on the fact that this company is promising to provide physical, mental, or medicinal benefits if their products are used. And of course, they have to prove in court that there are no benefits, which, I mean, with no science to back up these products, it's not that hard. Violation 4 is violation of the New York GBL 350A1 on behalf of plaintiff in the class and or New York subclass. And this is where they get in trouble for their marketing and advertising, misleading, and bringing unfair material omissions concerning the products. So a good example of that is like Hunbots coming out, and the Hunbots go, oh, it's so great. When I take this product, I sleep so well. So that kind of marketing is what they are getting in trouble for, which we all know they tell the huns to do. And they actually did get the National Advertising Division in on this. So I'm just saying, Young Living was challenged as to the truthfulness and accuracy of its health-related claims about the products, particularly that they are therapeutic. And Young Living failed to provide any competent and reliable scientific evidence to support its health-related claims about the products, including that they are therapeutic. So that's very important. They were told, listen, we will let you off for this. If you can prove to us that your products do what you're claiming, then we can get you in trouble for false advertising then. All you have to do, is give us the scientific evidence. And they claim to do all this science on their website. We've gone through it before. Again, check out those videos. And as you can see, they did not provide any. Anything that they brought forward was not sufficient for them to be like, oh yes, see, it does work. So keep that in mind. That's extremely important in this. They were given the chance to prove that their products work as they claim and as the Huns claim, and they did not provide that proof. If there was ever a time to provide that proof, this would have been it. Am I right? I mean, what you waiting for, Young Living? So they are a company that is very much based on just the belief that the products work, the manipulation of the Huns, and then the manipulation that the Huns do to others, even unbeknownst to them. Like I said, they don't always know they're manipulating, right? Like, it's when you get into something like this, it's very much a cult-like mentality. So you don't even really see what you're doing when you're in it until you leave and you look back and you go, wow, what was wrong with me? So this is kind of what happens. And because of all that and how accepted they have been in our society and how accepted New Age medicine and pseudoscience is right now in our society, nobody's questioned it enough. People just kind of believe in it. If, Aunt Judy says that essential oils are going to make you sleep at night, you might just listen to Aunt Judy. So this is what they depend on. That's why they want you to sign up your friends and family members, because your friends and family members will just take your word for it. They won't have to provide as much proof, you see? So now that they were given the chance and had to provide proof, the fact that they could not do so goes to show you there is none. Because, like I said, if there was ever a time that they would provide it, this would have been it. Count 5 is unjust enrichment. What this means is that the defendant's conduct violated federal and state consumer protection statutes by advertising, marketing, and selling the products while misrepresenting the products as therapeutic and having physical and or medicinal benefits and omitting material facts. And it also allowed defendant to knowingly realize substantial revenues from selling the products which benefited and enriched defendant at the expense of and to the detriment of plaintiff and class members. Defendant has thereby violated the fundamental principles of justice, equity, and good conscience. If only we could get all the MLMs done for this. Under this law, it is inequitable for defendant to retain the financial benefits conferred by plaintiff and the class members from defendant's sales of the products. Very interesting, don't you think? So they are seeking disgorgement of all profits resulting from its sales of the products and establishment of a constructive trust from which the plaintiff and class members may seek restitution. In other words, refund, baby. Go get your refunds. They have asked for all of these things to be fixed. I mean, that's the only way I can really sum up that area here to you, is that they are asking for the company to stop doing this. They're asking for the company to change their labels, to stop promising these things. They're telling the company that they may have to pay back to anyone that bought into these products or started the business opportunity with the thought that these products would do the things that they promised. They are demanding for a jury trial, which is very interesting to me, and I actually appreciate this person for having the guts to do this. This is a big thing for an individual to take on a company like this, even in a class action. So this is why I wanted us to give her a very big round of applause at the beginning, because it's amazing. A jury trial is another thing that's just, I mean, I can't imagine having to go to trial and face a jury. Just thinking about it gives me an anxiety attack. So this person has decided to take on this company. Good on them. I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you have the means to take on these companies and you have been done bad by them, go do it. We need this justice to be done. We need this relief to be done. And we need this for this person, anyone that, got duped by this company during that time. Our entire community needs this, because you have to think, once one person successfully goes after a company for this, it sets the precedent for other people to be able to do it. And this is very much one of the only ways that we can kind of get justice, or at least try to make these companies have some integrity, have some ethics about their business practices and how they promote and sell their products, and also the inflation rate they have on them for just putting things like therapeutic on the label. So basically it's like, we need this to happen so that we can all kind of use this to fight against these companies. Just knowing the fact that they were given the opportunity during this to provide the scientific evidence that their products work and they could not do it is enough for our community to say, see, Young Living, complete fraud. Can't provide any evidence, can't provide any science. Here it is, legal documents that show it, which is a lot more than, a bunch of us just kind of going through the website, looking up the science behind it and speaking. Even if we are scientists, having it in a legal document always helps us out, right? I'm just going to bring your attention back here to this article for a minute at classaction.org. Again, I'll leave a link. So who is the lawsuit looking to cover? Back to the matter at hand. The lawsuit looks to cover anyone in the U.S. who purchased essential oil products labeled as therapeutic from Young Living for personal use anytime during the applicable limitation period and through the date a class is certified. The case also proposes a class of individuals who did so in California, Florida, Illinois, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Rhode Island, Washington, and Wisconsin, as well as a subclass of those who did so in New York. Some of the most important information for this video. How do I join the lawsuit? As is the case with most class action lawsuits, there's nothing you need to do to join the lawsuit, at least for now. If the case moves forward and settles, notice of the settlement will likely be advertised or sent to those affected, and then you'll have a chance to claim whatever compensation the court deems just. Find out more about the process here. If you'd like to stay on top of class action news and updates, sign up for classaction.org's newsletter here. So this is why I'm doing this video. As you can see, you might be included. So please, if you can do your own, do it now. If not, hey, baby, you may be covered in this one. You gotta know. Go Go and follow this newsletter, and then they'll give you the updates. Go and find out more about the process so that you know what's up, baby, because you might have money coming to you. That's important. I really do want everyone that has ever been duped by these companies to get some form of justice. I really do. I don't feel like I've been duped by them, even as an ex-hun. I've often talked about how my experience is a lot less than a lot of the other people that I speak to's experience, which is why I wanted to start a channel and make my content. I get triggered by some things with this here and there, but for the most part, I don't feel like I was as duped as a lot of the other people I've spoken to out here. And so I have no problem kind of coming out here blasting myself and the stupid things I did when I was in an MLM, and then talking about the companies as a whole or whatnot. For some people, it's harder, and I get that. And honestly, if I was taken so much by some of these companies, like, I would just want some kind of justice. So I really want to see people out there get that justice. So seeing this just makes me extremely, extremely happy. And hopefully this person will get all the money. Get everybody their money, get this class action done. We are wishing them all the best with this, and I'm going to be keeping on top of this as much as I can, and hopefully I can give you an update when this is done and over with, because as you can see, the news just kind of broke, at the end of January, beginning of February here, and we're waiting on it. But we're praying for you, Lori. We hope that you get this done, and honestly, like I said, it's just good to see some justice. So guys, I'm obviously going to end the video there. Again, I'll leave the links down in the description down below so that you can come see all this for yourself. Please, if you want, come read through the whole lawsuit. Check it all out. Maybe there's some information that I had to cut out of this video because otherwise it would have been super duper long and nobody would have watched, because people don't really like to watch my 2-hour long videos, and I don't either, so I don't blame you. But go check it out for yourself. You can read through the whole thing. It'll all be down in the description down below. And let's hope that, this also opens people's eyes out there. I hope that once the news gets out, that there is no medicinal benefit, no scientific evidence to back up any of their claims, that, hopefully it will open more people's eyes that are in the company and they know to leave the cult, get out. If you're out there and you're in this company, I am so sorry. Like I said, get out now before they take more of your money or hurt you more with products that they claim can do things that they can't, and that they very obviously don't have any evidence they can do. No science. No science. So no matter where you are or what you're doing, I hope that you have a fabulous, fabulous day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be whenever I decide, because I'm just crazy like that. Mwah! Bye! In other words, refund, baby. Go get your refunds.
Yeah. I don't ever get exhausted. Can't wait to say that I made it. I've been working on patience. This year I know that I got it. Hot guy with the shots, boy. I ain't missing my target. They thought it was done. They thought it was over. I told them I just getting started. Yeah. I'm just getting started. It's only the beginning. Someone tell these motherfuckers I'm just getting started. Now fuck with the drama. I'm trying to fuck up some commas. I'd rather make me some dollars. I'm doing good, just like my karma. Two-face, I can't trust that. You spare lies, I state facts. Heard your songs, they all whack. Telling these rappers to fall back. I just keep making the music. I never making excuses. I gotta keep myself focused. The rest of y'all niggas is useless. Drop a song, they want more. Gotta give them what they ask for. On the road to success, dog. I ain't taking no detour. Focus only on the positive. Everything else is irrelevant. Didn't want to see me blow up. Now they all gotta deal to get away with murder, about to make a killing. I ain't stopping, I ain't quitting, I ain't giving up for nothing. Someone come and tell these motherfuckers I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. It's only the beginning. Someone tell these motherfuckers I'm just getting